Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is. I'm back for another video after not uploading for, I think, 2-3 weeks now. So, since the first game that we beat Bournemouth 4-2 at Anfield, the opening game of the Premier League, not just for us. After that, obviously, we beat Newcastle 3-2, a goal in the 100th minute. Man like Rio, who I believe turned 17 after that. So he was 16 at the time playing, with the match winner, Szobo with the lovely dummy. And obviously this guy got the winner against Arsenal with a beautiful free kick where it hit the post and went in. Banger of a goal, which won the goal of the month of August as well. And shout out to our manager, Arne Slot, for winning the manager of the month as well. 3 wins out of 3, 9 points out of 9. And yeah, obviously it was the transfer deadline as well on the 1st of September. So it's still unreal, surreal to me that now we've got Alexander Isak. I know it feels like old news now, but hey, he's about to make his debut this weekend for us. So I'm not that late. Came on for his country, his nation. The second game, I believe, where they lost to Kosovo 2-0. Came on, got a yellow card, few chances, but hey, we got 10 transfers over the line this summer. For me, it is the greatest transfer window of all time in the Premier League, at least, because you have Real Madrid when they got CR7, Kaká, and all them lads in one window, where they got like, what was it, Ozil, Di Maria. So, in just the Prem, I think only Chelsea comes close in like, was it 04-05? But that again, the players that got back then, it wasn't, established, whether it was Drogba or Balak or whoever. But for us, I think, Mark Guehi, or, Mark Guehi, however you pronounce his name, we couldn't get him over the line. Obviously, the deal collapsed, not because of us. It was because, obviously, of Glasner, who today came out and said he never threatened to walk, if the club, sold Mark Guehi to us on deadline day and they couldn't get in an adequate replacement in time. They got some youngster, I believe. Was it JD Canvett or something? Or someone like that. But I know they got the whole summer to find a replacement. Obviously, they knew he was going to leave because they don't want to lose him on the free. Rivals want to say, why didn't we go in from earlier? But Palace literally wanted him to stay for, the playoffs and stuff for the Conference League. So obviously it dropped down from Europa League to Conference League. So he obviously wanted to stay for the time being to, be respectful to the club as captain. Won them the Community Shield against us as well. Obviously the FA Cup last season, which was their first major trophy as well in their club's history. But yeah, I was so hyped up, so gassed. It was going to be the icing on the cake. For me, it was really a 10 out of 10 window, And imagine if you got Mark Guehi over the line. I want 5 centre-backs at the club, knowing the history of Konate and Gomez with their injury issues. And young Leone, who's new to the league, only 18 as well. So I wanted 5 centre-backs. Whether we'll get him now, in I believe in Jan or in the summer. I hope it's in Jan, but I believe it will be next summer on a free, because I don't think we'd want to pay, for him in Jan. But anything can happen. I think it depends on the situation, on our injuries, how well we're doing in the league. So I think, we have to just wait and see what happens when we're approaching the winter transfer window. But for now, we're going to work with what we've got. Hope all of our center-backs stay fit, at least halfway through. Lots of games coming up. The Prem, the Champions League kicking off as well. We've got Atletico Madrid after Burnley midweek. And then it's the Merseyside Derby early kickoff. And then we got the Southampton game in the Carabao Cup, which Leone will make his debut. That's a lot of games coming up. in all different competitions. We go away this week and then we're at home all 3 games in a row in all different competitions. But yeah, I mean, I'm just so annoyed and pissed off with the fact that Palace, couldn't get a new center back in. I believe they were close to signing a center back from Brighton, Igor Julio, I think it was. But obviously, I think West Ham hijacked the move. He even did a medical with Palace, so I'm just gutted with that. But now, hey, it's been a while now, so we got to move on from it. International break's over. So yeah, let's dive right in to the game this weekend. But before that, let me just unveil this as well, yeah? Just like what the club did, yeah? Yeah? The tree fall never left, yeah? It never left. But yeah, hey, Adidas absolutely killed it for us this summer, with the home kit. Florian. And yeah, now what's left is, the away kit. You already know what's coming next. The away kit, white kit, it's on the way, long sleeves. And who's on the back of the shirt? AI9, man like Alexander Isak, our number 9. One Alexander out the door, another one in. Bun Trent, who's Trent. But yeah, let's get straight into the game now. Turf Moor is now an easy ground to go to, but again, a newly promoted side. I expect us to get a routine 3 points. Take the 3 points back home. Just go there, get the job done. No injuries with a game midweek. So I think here's where Slot will rotate a bit with an eye on the Champions League game against Atleti at home. But what I think he'll do, my predicted lineup is Alisson in goal, even though I think he just arrived late. Like, was it today, or yesterday? The South American boys, right? Him, Maka, no more Lucho and Darwin. But yeah, they travel really far away. But yeah, so Alisson in goal. Frimpong just came back, so I think it'll be Bradley, because Bradley returned before him, even went to play for his national team. So I think it'll be Bradley right back. That's because I think Szobo moves to midfield, goes back to midfield after playing the last 2 games at right back and won man of the match for both the games. So he was an absolute sensation at right back. But I think Connor Bradley comes back now. Szobo in midfield with Graham Birch. But before that, the centre backs, I think it'll be Virgil Ibu. There is an argument for Joe Gomez and rest Ibu because he played 2 games for France and play Ibu against Atleti. But against Atleti, you can play Gomez as well because it's at Anfield. So, I trust all the players when it's at home at Anfield. But I think it'll still be Ibu and Wirge. Left back, I think it'll be Kirkiz. Even though, Kirkiz played for Hungary as well. But I think it'll be him. Midweek, you could still start Robbo, the vice captain with some experience in the UCL game. Or play Robbo in this one because Robbo also got 2 games for Scotland. But I think it'll be Alisson in goal, Bradley right back, Kirkiz left back, Wirge Ibu centre back. In midfield, like I said, Szobo with Grav. I think Maka will be rested because he's not that fit and he played for Argentina as well, I believe, both the games. Even though their manager came out to say he's not fit, but still played him, for both the games. So I think I'll rest Maka for the Champions League game. Wirtz in the 10. I think, obviously more on the right. Left will be Cody. Up top, Hugo Ekitike. Isak will get his debut, I think. Obviously, he's not going to start because he had no preseason. When he came over Sweden, that's his first game in over 100 days. So it's going to take time. I think he might get 10-15 minutes. I think I'd say 10 max for me. I think he'll get. Some are saying like maybe 15 to 20, but I think it'll be just 10. Unless we really need a goal, we're losing, he might come on earlier. But if we're just winning the game by 2-3 goals, then I think he'll still get minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes in the Burnley game to make his debut, and then in the Champions League might come on for a bit longer, maybe 20 to 30. And then is he fit to start in the Merseyside derby? Maybe just come on. You're going to see the form of Ekitike as well. Hopefully no injuries by then. So he can still come on for maybe like the second half. And then from then on, I think he's ready to start like after the Carabao Cup game, because that game maybe it'll be him, to start for his first game as well. An easy opposition. No offense to Southampton, but like we can't just put him in all these high pressured games, like the Champions League game or the Merseyside derby. So maybe the Southampton game is a good game for him to start, and get more minutes in and back some goals, stat pad a bit. But yeah, that's my prediction. As for my lineup prediction, that was for my score prediction, I'm going with a Liverpool solid 3-0 win away from home. And yeah, please make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you haven't, and please share it with your friends. I'll try to be more consistent this season. I keep saying that, but hey, there's just too much on my plate, with my regular job, with my day job. So, with the time zones as well here in the UK. But wherever you're watching from, please subscribe. And yeah, DJ20 forever. Rest in peace, Diogo and Andre. And I'll see you on the next one, people. Peace. Drop that shit!